This podcast is not a substitute for a relationship with your mental health professional. Hey, family. Welcome back to another episode of the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast with your girl, Andrea Wise Brown. Oh, hey, family. I'm so excited for you to be back here with me and for me to be here with you. But y'all already know, before we get started, let me ask you, if you just scrolled by and you just stumbled upon us, I want you to become a part of the family. Become a part of the family. And you do that by subscribing to the podcast and click that little bell so that you know every time there's a new episode up. Okay, family. So this week, y'all know, here I am. I am still in New Jersey. I am still healing. Crutch. Y'all see the crutch? Got the crutch. Broke my foot. Now 5 weeks ago. Come on now, 5 weeks. Come on now, patience. And you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about, well, foot is kind of heavy. I showed y'all in the last episode the boot. I showed y'all a foot, the boot. Yeah, I can also put it up so you can actually see the boot or whatever if you want to see it. But anywho, I am healing. And I want to tell you that I'm learning so many things as I'm on this journey of relinquishing control, asking for help, honey. And and now where it's okay for me to depend on others. Okay. So as I'm on this journey of God sitting me down, okay, sitting me still, okay, miles and miles away from my home, there's something else. Everything that I learned, I want to give it to you. I want to give it to you. And I'm giving it to you in hopes that it can create a shift in your life. The intention of this podcast is to inspire you, to uplift you, to educate you, and to have fun. All of those things here, okay, with your girl. It's what I live for. Let me tell y'all what came up for me this week. I kind of mentioned this maybe, I don't even know, 3 episodes ago when I told you about that I broke my foot, that I had to let go of control to heal. And I've gotten some more of this, and I think that it's important for me to talk to you about it. I want to inspire you through this. Do y'all have naysayers in your life? Do you have negative people in your life? Do you? Take a minute. I'm going to take a minute for the people in the back. I'm going to take a minute for the people on the left, the people on the side. If you driving in the car, I don't even know if somebody in the car with you and you listening, and maybe they are the negative one, you know what I'm saying? They could be somebody in your family. It could be somebody in your friend group. Friend quotation marks, okay? Hear me on this. There could be somebody in the workplace. You hear what I'm saying? I'm talking about negative people. Every time you come up with a new idea, a new adventure, some new thoughts, they are always in your ear buzzing, talking about how that's not gonna work. That ain't gonna work. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Well, that don't make no sense. Well, why would you do that? Well, who would want to do that? Well, I don't understand why you would want to do something like that. That just doesn't make any sense. You ain't gonna be able to do that. Who would come to that? Well, who would buy that? Who would read that? If you have your dreams, if you want to write a book, you say, I want to write a book about, I don't know, maybe you, as I'm sitting here in my mom's backyard, I'm looking at the plants. So maybe you know how to keep plants alive. You know how to plant the plants, and then you know how to water them and nurture them and keep them alive and make them flourish. And so you say, this is my thing. This is what I love. This is like a gift, is to nourish plants and to have them flourish and keep them alive. What if that's your gift or the thing that you love to do? I'm going to say it's a gift. God gives us many gifts. And as you say, I'm going to write a book, because my garden is beautiful. And I want to write a book to teach everybody how to keep their garden beautiful and how to make their plants flourish. And then somebody say to you, why would you do that? Don't nobody care about that. Don't nobody care about that. Please. What? People could Google that. But who can? All you got to do is water it, put it in sunlight. Don't you listen to it. Naysayers. Naysayers. Do not listen to people who God hasn't given your dream to. God gave you your dream, not them. But I'm just saying, that's an example of somebody saying, ain't nobody gonna buy that book. Why would you do that? Oh, that's a hard process. Do you even know how to write a book? Girl, you didn't even do good in school. You couldn't even write a paper. I, I know that I couldn't write a paper. I don't need you to tell me that. I am telling you, if you got people like that in your life, it is time for you to realize that you have people like that in your life, and to realize that that's some darkness overshadowing your light and overshadowing your dream. And you may have to remove some of these people from your life, because guess what? If gardening is your thing, if making plants thrive is your thing, there are so many people in the world who need your advice. I'm gonna kill a plant. I'm gonna kill a plant, y'all. I'm gonna kill a plant. I'm gonna give life to people all day, every day. But plants, you leave with me, they dying. Okay, plant cemetery over here, because I don't know all of the things to do. Some plants need certain temperature. Some plants get shocked when you put them in certain areas. Some people, you gotta care a lot. You have to care. You gotta care a lot about, like, I care about people. I nurture people. People grow when they mess with me, which I love, right? And I love that. I believe that, and I know that, and I know that's my gift. But plants, they dying. So you writing me this book, when I decide to get a plant and say I got enough time to put my energy into, I'm going to buy the book. And if there's so many other people like me who got the time to nurture plants, they would buy the book. So don't you let naysayers get in your ear and change your course of action. If God gave you a dream, it is your duty. It is your duty to actualize that dream. As my friend Katrina would say, it is your assignment. One time she told me that, I was talking to her about something else. I love her. Let me tell you something. I love the angels that God has put in my life. But one time I was talking to her about somebody who I really didn't want to talk to. It was somebody else, and I just kept feeling like this person was just bleeding me, just kept coming, just trying to take all my energy away. And we were just really not aligned. We weren't aligned. That was my belief. But this person wanted something from me. And so one day I called Katrina, and we was talking, and she said to me, after she heard me, and she was like, yep, okay, I get it. That's true. This, that, and the other, right? And then she said to me, but guess what? She said, be clear before you cut that person off, because I'm good. I know how to set a boundary, and I know how to cut off some negative appendages. Okay, I will get rid of some. For me, if you go back to plants, if my plant is flourishing and then I got some brown rotten parts is done, I'm really good. Andrea is very, very good with cutting off the dead appendages, because I do know that those leaves that are dead will take from all of the energy and light on a plant that's healthy. So I'm really good with cutting off. You ain't gotta ask me about cutting nobody off. However, she said to me, hold on, sis. Before you cut this person off, be clear. Be clear. Is this just a person that you thinking that you supposed to be friends, associates, or is that your assignment? Child, when she said that, chills went up and down my body. Then I had to go away. I'm like, all right, because I'm always open. I told you I love to keep women around me who are smart, who are strong, who are powerful, who are on the same spiritual journey that I am, who are trying to actualize, and women around me who know more than me. Yes, we all got our thing, and we all give each other. And so she's one of them. So I left her that conversation. I hung up. And then I prayed. I got on my knees. I said, okay, God, you're going to tell me, is this my assignment? Or can I just cut this? Is this an appendage I need to cut off because I got this bright light and it's just dimming it? And then God said to me, that's your assignment. And guess what, y'all? I started to actually do the work that God told me to do the work that he told me to do, move in that direction. When I would get the calls, I did the work that I was, and guess what? They flew away. They got inspired. They got whatever they needed. They got some clarity. And then they went, I didn't have to cut them off. And at any time that they ever reach back, and they do, when I tell you I have capacity for them, I got love for them, I have inspiration for them, I have support for them. Yeah, because that is my assignment. However, what we talking about here is the naysayers. That wasn't a naysayer. I'm getting back to the root of when God gives you a vision, it is your vision and it is your work and it is your job to actualize whatever that vision is. And in that moment, that was me actualizing the spirit of empowerment that God gave me. And that was an assignment. So that's what I had to do. And I did it. But you see, God put that angel in my life who said to me, whispered in my ear, y'all got me. But let's go back to naysayers, to negative Nancy's or negative Neds. We're going to call them negative Nancy, okay, if they identify as female. And we're going to call them negative Neds if they identify as male, all right? And then everybody else, you know, we can still say Ned or Nancy. You just choose however you want it, what you want to be called. Okay. Point is, when you have those negative people in your life, do not let them dim your light or let them take away the dream that God has for you, the dream that God gave you, because he gave it to you for a reason. He did not give it to them because it wasn't for them. He gave it to you. So don't just go running or shutting down shop when people around you don't see your vision. You keep going. You don't ever have to worry about of other people's fear, because a lot of times other people are projecting their fear onto you because they didn't know how to write a paper, you know, because they failed out of school, because they couldn't see themselves writing a book, because they don't even see it in them, because God didn't give it to them. But it's because they don't see themselves doing these things. And so therefore they project their trauma, their dysfunctional thinking onto you. But it is your job to be clear about what it is that God is telling you to do, because God has given you many gifts. So when you're clear about it, when you get that negativity from naysayers, you can shut it down, or you can do like me, cut off the appendages. You know, I gave y'all an example before when I talked to you about my foot. And when I told you some people was calling me, just my friends, just regularly on GP, general principle, they were just calling me just like, hey girl, what's up or whatever. I'm like, girl, I done broke my foot. Then I told you there was somebody that said the first thing that they said, oh, you never gonna be able to wear heels again. Okay, y'all, listen, if you listen on the podcast, nothing here went awry. That was just me, just imagining that the needle just went straight across the record, went right across. And that's an old reference. If you 30 years or younger, we used to have these records and I won't, okay. Anywho, the needle just like what? The first thing that you say to me after I say I broke my foot, you don't even know where I broke the daggone foot. You don't even know where I broke it. Where are your facts? Did you even ask me for any facts? But the first thing you say to me is, you can forget those heels. You'll never wear heels again. What? Who said that? A jealous person. Because let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. And y'all know I tell you stories because I want you to put yourself right here in my seat. And I want you to use my vision to look around in your life and identify who those jealous people, who those naysayers, who projecting their insecurities onto you. Because it's time to cut them off or to remove them, maybe block them, put them in certain position, but they don't need to be that close to you because they will eventually get to the root and they could dim your light. So how you gonna tell me that I'm not going? Let me tell you something. You don't know who my God is. You don't know who my God is. So that's number one that came up for me. And I said that. You don't know who my God is. Let me tell you something. The miracles that God has done even in my life previously, but the miracles, if you've ever read the Bible, and I haven't read the Bible, but y'all know I used to go to church as a child all the time. And, I know a lot of biblical stories, and I do frequent church now, so I haven't really read it. But in the Bible, I know there are plenty of stories of how God, Jesus, like so many miracles, his prophets, so many miracles. Like God is a miracle maker. I know in my life, now I can't quote the Bible, but in my life, there have been plenty of miracles, honey, that God has created in my life. So a foot break, like you will not ever put your stuff onto me about that, what I will never do. I am a child of his. So now if he says that he don't want me in the hills again, then y'all ain't gonna never see me in the hills again. You understand what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's not for you, but it's the naysayer. So I'm so grateful to God that I'm very clear about where my blessings come from and who knows the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega, who has the last say. So I get that. However, this is a lesson for all of you out there who speak life into other people or speak your thoughts or your dreams or the things that you want to do. And you have people around you who say, that ain't gonna happen. That I've never seen that done before. Ooh, I don't think so. You can't do that. Do you know what you used to do? Do you know, like maybe you serve time in jail? You can't do. Nobody's gonna like you. Nobody's gonna listen to you. Or do you know that you stole before or whatever it is? You failed out of class or you didn't do well in school. So how you gonna write about whatever it is that they try to throw up in your past? Okay, they try to throw up in your face. They don't understand whose you are. See, they're thinking through their dysfunction. They don't understand that you God's. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just a part of your story. Your past is a part of your story. Your past is not who you are. You are God's child. And from all things, honey, he can make all things happen. And he gives you the vision. And let me tell you something. Hey, family, come on over here because I have something for you. Starting off with a go-to guide for keeping your minds healthy and strong. This right here is the Bible to mental health. It's your mental health Bible. The name of it is 6 Pillars to Power Up Your Mind and Make Mental Health a Lifestyle. Everything that you need to know about keeping your minds healthy and strong is in this go-to guide. Where you get it from? Well, you get it from awisebrown.com/shop. But in this go-to guide, honey, in this mental health Bible, you know what you're going to find out? You're going to find out the benefits of aromatherapy, and how it can shift your mood. But guess what? You don't have to go any place else to look for your aromatherapy because your girls got you, okay? You can get some aromatherapy here. This is aromatherapy is in this candle. This is called a slice of happiness. It makes me tingle, like literally makes me tingle. A slice of happiness. This is a cruelty-free candle with no parabens, no formaldehyde, and no known suspected carcinogenics. Now, you go out here and you find these candles that smell good, but are they good for you? Are they good for your brain? Come on now, get real with yourself. Well, this one smells delicious and it's good for you. Made with essential oils. It's a soy candle. Amazing. Uh, you can burn it or you can just walk by and smell it. Lord have mercy, it's so good. Okay, so that's your candle, your aromatherapy, which raises the dopamine in your brain. That's your natural feel good neurotransmitters in your brain. All right, y'all. And oh, I'm a part of you. You're a part of me. We are a family. We got hoodies now, and these are unisex hoodies, and they wear well, they wash well, and they feel so good. So you can wear them over your clothes, you know what I'm saying, and look dope, or you can wear them as your clothes with nothing under them, which I like to do often. And when you travel everywhere, I mean, every time I wear them, I'm moving around. People are always asking me whether I'm traveling, going to the supermarket. What's that? Who's that? And I'm like, mental health is a lifestyle. Because see, this is on the back. Okay? They come in white and they come in black. I'm like, join the family. Mental health is a lifestyle podcast. So there you go. Family, don't you ever say that I ain't give you nothing. You get all of these things from awisebrown.com/shop. All right? I got your goods. I got you. You don't have to go anyplace else. I'll see you on the other side. Then I had to write this down, and I'm going to tell you that I wrote this down. This is Romans 8:31. I had to look it up, okay? Because I knew the verse, but I didn't know where it came from, so I had to look it up. Let me tell you something. If God is for us, who can be against us? Look at your girl, Romans 8:31. If God is for us, who can be against us? So if God wants Andre to wear them heels again, Andre, I'm going to wear those heels. Do you hear what I say? And all of my dreams and my thoughts and yours too. If God gave them to you, they will come to fruition. You just keep going. And when there are people in your life, let me tell y'all what you do. I'm gonna give you some steps real quick. I'm gonna give you some steps that I want you to go by so that maybe it could make this a little more clear. I'm just not talking, for some people, I know my more logical listeners, the members of my family, they may say, Andrea, give me some steps. You can talk all this is good, God is good, it makes me feel real good, but then once I leave or I end this podcast, this episode, I don't know where to do and how to do it. So this is why I like to give steps. So I'm just going to say number one, and this might be a little woo-woo, but it's not. Listen to your gut. So if there's a dream that you have and there's somebody around you and they telling you, you can't do that. Y'all know the whole naysayer thing to me, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't wear heels, whatever that is, right? Okay. So I want you to listen to your gut. Your gut is your intuition. In the Bible, in the Quran, and in the Torah, okay, those are Western religions, they all speak about us being born in the image of God. I see us, we are little God bodies. The proof is in those good books, okay? As little God bodies, I do believe, I heard this some years before and I love this, so I use it all the time. I see God, it is a metaphor. God is the ocean, and then we are little cups of the ocean. So he has first say, last say. We already know that. But the fact that we can create all things in our life, we do by what we think. We are powerful. And he created us like that. He created us to be abundant and to live abundant lives and to be prosperous. So he speaks to us. So when you feel really strong about something that you're supposed to be doing, something somewhere you're supposed to be working, some kind of business plan, some person you're supposed to be, whatever that is that you feel, and when you just feel it and you know it, like, it's not only, you feel it, right? It comes to you, this is what I should do. And then you see that you're good at it because God gives us many gifts. Then to me, that means that's your gut. That's your gut, your intuition talking to you saying, yeah, listen to your gut when naysayers are around you. You understand? Okay. So I want you to listen to your gut. I want you to be clear about what it is that they say. Be clear. I don't want you to spend a lot of time on it. So first thing is listen to your gut. The second thing, get clear about what they said. Because if a naysayer actually says, this is something you can't do, this is da-da-da-da, no, you can't do that, don't nobody want that, listen to it. Don't spend time on it, but be clear about what it was. This is, get clear. Okay, So you can identify this is a naysayer. The third step, go back to what you know for sure. What I know for sure is God has the answer. He's the beginning and the end. He's the only one. Honey. He can make this foot, he could heal this foot so much that I'm gonna be on Dancing with the Stars in heels. Who said what? What they say and who said it and how they said it? Because I know that's the God that I serve. That's the God that we serve. It's up to him and what he said. You get what I'm saying? Not what the naysayers say. So, that's what I know for sure. I want you to choose what you know for sure. And what you know for sure is this is a gift of mine. I know how to bring this garden back to life. So therefore, I'm going back to what I know. Okay? So you already know. The first thing is listen to your gut. That's your intuition. Second thing, be clear about what this naysayer is saying, and that is a naysayer. Get clear about that. All right. Don't spend no time on it. Just be clear. The third thing is to choose what you know for sure. This is what I know for sure. Even if you have to do some research to back it up. Even if I got to go online and Google how many people broke their foot exactly how I broke it and are walking in heels. I ain't do it because I trust God. And whatever he says is so. So I ain't do it. I ain't look it up, but I want you to look it up. If you need this extra confidence, do some research so that you can feel confident in what you know. Okay? So you can feel really confident. And then once you clear about it, you know what it is, you know what you know that God told you to do it because it just feels good to you. You got to learn how to set boundaries. So some boundaries could be cutting on people out your life. Okay? But some way to set boundaries could be, if they maybe somebody close to you, somebody in your family that you can't necessarily cut out, even though you can cut family out your life, you can. And if you want to make an appointment with me, you can go to awisebrown.com, scroll down and find my practice, and then you can get in and make an appointment with me. Click the link and you can find an appointment because I can help you work to set boundaries because that might be something you haven't learned before. But just hear me on this. Like if it's somebody really close to you and you might find some difficulty setting boundaries. Some people don't find it too difficult to set boundaries with people at work or, you know what I'm saying, an old friend or something like that. So I'm just saying, if it's difficult for you, you can make an appointment. If not with me, with another therapist, and we can help you set boundaries. But set boundaries. So even if it's not cutting the people out your life, which I'm really good at, then it could be, when I have a dream or a new idea or something that I'm trying to achieve, a new goal, I'm not sharing it around that naysayer. Like that person won't know about it. That person will not know about it. Got me? Because I'm only planting my seeds in soil that grows. Okay? And if I try to plant my seeds in that naysayer soil, it's poison. Y'all know some people have the spirit of poison. Some people, you just have that spirit, just a dark spirit. You don't want to plant your seeds there, what God gave you. And it's not because it's not going to come to light. But I don't want you to get burnt out and then stop going after your goals. Stop going after your dreams. I don't want you to get burnt out. This is why you have to separate yourself from naysayers. Got me? So setting a boundary could be simply, I'm not talking about my dreams and my goals around that person. Okay? And then the most powerful step of them all is, y'all probably already know, trust God. That supersedes all steps, any steps that anybody can give you, is trust God, because he's going to pull it all together in his timing. You can ask him, Lord, show me, give me clarity for naysayers. Lord, give me clarity in discernment. So I need to know, Lord, where are the naysayers in my life? Because I get it. Sometimes, we need to work out and working out so that we get stronger. And because of, let me tell you this, because of where God is going to place you, he doesn't want you over there weak. So you got to learn how to get through, to fight through the naysayers, So he's going to put them in your life. You will get trolls in your life. You will get trolls in your life. Okay? You will get trolls in your life. But God allows the trolls to get in your life so that you can learn how to navigate around the trolls. Okay? So you can learn how to navigate around the trolls and trust him so he can take you to where it is that he promised you that you were going to go. That dream, that thing that you feel and felt in your gut. You got me? So it's just for exercise. Naysayers are just for exercise. Y'all heard me? You heard me? Naysayers are placed there just for exercise, just to make you stronger so that you can identify them. That's why you ask God for clarity. You ask God for discernment. And then you ask him to remove them. And then you got to trust him to do so. But you trust him to do so while you're on your path to doing that thing that he told you that you can do. And don't you allow that poison to seep in. You set a boundary and remove yourselves from the naysayers. Because y'all already know. I'm going to remind you of this again. If God is for you, then who can be against you? Nobody. That's what they said in the back. Did y'all say it? Nobody. All right? So family, don't let those naysayers stop you or dim your light. Keep going. I'm going, and I'm hoping that y'all gonna keep going with me. All right, family. So that is the end of another episode of the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast with your girl, Andrea Wise Brown. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next episode. I'll see you next week. Let's see where I'll be. Y'all think I'll be in Jersey? Or y'all think I'll be back home in Dallas? I love you, family.